Good afternoon, groovy citizens, and happy Motivational Monday. So, first of all, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I know I certainly did. I had a wonderful Mother's Day, praying that all of you that are moms or mother figures had a wonderful day as well. Y'all, this week is going to be a great week. It is going to be an amazing week on purpose. You know why? Because I said so. I'm saying it. I'm believing it. I'm receiving it, not just for me, but for all of us. So let's jump right on in to this video topic for today, because my sister's on my way. We're going to ride out to the store, so I need to get this video done. And y'all, it is 78 degrees. So if you see a little perspiration around my face, that's why. I'm not burning up my gas cutting on the air conditioning. I cracked the windows. We're going to get this video done, and I'm going to keep it moving. So today's topic is you are being prepared for a new season. I don't know about y'all, that'll shout you right there. Okay, that will shout you right there. You are being prepared for a new season. Now, I know what you're thinking, a new season. Michelle, what are you talking about? I know we're into spring. We're going to be going into summer next month, but I'm not talking about that kind of season. So just like our senses tell us that the seasons are changing, we also use them to tell if we are approaching a time of change in our lives. So start looking for these signs that God may be giving you. See, God has given you some signs, y'all. And as I was preparing my notes for today's topic, I realized, wow, God, you've been talking to me. And I was halfway listening, halfway getting frustrated, but then I realized there's a reason why you have been talking to me, because my season is getting ready to change. So I have 5 things to share with you, and then I'm gonna let you be. Number 1, you are seeing things differently. Now remember, I'm giving you 5 things that God may be giving you to let you know your season is getting ready to change. And the number 1 is you are seeing things differently. So pay attention to the things that you haven't noticed before. Maybe you're looking at people, places, and things with a new set of eyes. Now, I'm not talking about these things right here, but I'm talking about just a new set of eyes where, you know how you look at somebody and you've seen them, and then all of a sudden you see them. Yeah, I lied. I'm gonna have to cut on my air conditioner because it is hot, and I feel like my face is glistening. Okay, so unfortunately, I hope my fan doesn't get too high or too loud, but we can't do this. I feel like I'm cooking in Crisco at the moment. Please forgive me. But I digress. So going back to seeing things differently. So you ever notice how you look at somebody and then one day out of the blue, you see them in a whole new light, in a way that you've never seen them before? It could be something that they say, something that they do. It's just something about them. That could be a sign that God is getting ready to move you into a new season. So pay very close attention to that. Number 2, you are experiencing new emotions. So can you name your emotions? And I want you all to think about this. All this is going to be in the description box, but can you name your emotions? Do you have a new sense of restlessness and longing? I can honestly say for myself that I've had this sense of restlessness for a few months now. And I wasn't able to quite put my finger on why. But as I go into my prayer journal, I've been writing down some thoughts and some things. And, you know, God and I, we have many conversations, and I'm starting to figure out why I've been having that sense of restlessness. Are you moved by things differently? Meaning things can, move you one way, and then all of a sudden they move you completely different. Same thing, just a different day. And if this is happening to you often, you may be ready for a change. I don't know whose toes I just stepped on, but I heard the crunch somewhere. Some of you all have been feeling this way on your jobs, okay? And you're not quite sure why. You thought that you were going to be at that job until you retired, but you've been feeling this way on your job. But can I just tell you, it's probably because God is saying, one second. Excuse me. It could be because God is saying, I have something else better for you. You know it's time to leave because God is making you uncomfortable where you are. And see, one thing that I know about God is that when he's ready for you to leave, he's going to make you uncomfortable where you are. So pay close attention to that. Number 3, you have a heightened sense of hearing. So what is your inner voice telling you? Is God speaking to you through the Bible, a song, or the words of other people? This is the time you really need to get quiet and listen so you don't miss anything that's being said. I don't know about you all, but even as I prepare to do my motivational videos every week, I believe God is talking to me through a lot of the stuff that I share with you all. I certainly know that God speaks to me through the songs that I listen to. And the one that I shared with you all on Saturday, where the artist talks about how God has been so good. Matter of fact, he's been better than good to me. I know he's been better than good to you because he's been better than good to me. But one of my other favorites is where the artist talks about it won't always be like this. And this is relative, okay? But it won't always be like this. The Lord will perfect that which concerns me. And sooner or later, it'll turn in my favor. It'll turn in your favor. God is turning that thing around for us, y'all. I'm telling you, keep your ear to the ground and really listen, because God is speaking. And if you think about the songs that you listen to, well, now that depends on what you're listening to. I'm not judging. I'm just saying it depends on what you're listening to. God speaks to us through those songs. Number 4, my sister just pulled up. Things don't sit right with you anymore. So do things bother you that didn't bother you before? It may be time for you to take out the trash of your past that's holding you back from making necessary changes. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, that's another surefire way to know that your season is getting ready to change. When things that didn't bother you before, now all of a sudden they do bother you. Or things that didn't concern you before, now they do concern you. Pay close attention, because I don't want you to miss anything, okay? And number 5, you no longer care for the status quo. Are your routines and relationships becoming bland and unappetizing? Have you lost your appetite for taking risks? Do you want some zest in your life? Ask God for the faith to taste and try new things. So again, that's self-explanatory. When you get to a point where you're tired of the status quo, you're tired of just going along to get along, or is it get along? Yeah, going along to get along. Then that's when you need to talk to God and say, Lord, I need you to help me step out on faith, to take some risks, take on some new things. Because if you don't, you're going to stay in that little box. And I promise you, that's not where God wants you to be. That may be where you want to be because it feels comfortable. I understand that because I've been down that road. And there are some areas in my life that I know I need to step out of the box on because I'm comfortable and I'm afraid to step out into the unknown. But I am getting to a point where, as I talked about, that I truly understand that God is preparing me for my next season. And so I can't just say out of my mouth, Lord, I trust you, and I know that you have my best interest at heart, but then I'm afraid to step out on faith. And I'm saying this because I want you all to think about the same thing. God is telling you to move. And guess what? If he's telling you to move, he's already got everything in place. He just needs you to get out there in your size 8s, your 10s, 12s, whatever size shoe you wear, and get to the next level. Step into your next season. Every season changes if you think about it. I'm going to say this and I'm going to do a recap and I'll let you be. But you were young and now you've gotten older. Some of you are in the middle point of your life. Some of you are in the later parts of your life. But we all were young at one time, right? It was just winter not too long ago, and now it's spring. But come the 21st of next month, we're going into summer. And in a few months after that, we're going back into the fall. And shortly after that, we're going back into the winter, and the seasons keep cycling. And that's why, as somebody's being born, the old saying is that somebody somewhere is leaving this earth or taking their last breath. Why? Because seasons change. And just like the seasons of life change, don't you want to change and step into your next level? Now, if you're happy where you are, hey, I'm happy with you. But I'm just saying, I'm excited about seeing where God is taking me to in the next season of my life. And I hope that you all are as well. So, you guys, quick recap, and I'm going to let you be. Today's topic is you are being prepared for a new season. And I talked about some ways that you can tell that God is moving you into a new season. And number one, you're seeing things differently. Number two, and when I say things, you're looking at people, places, and things with a whole new set of eyes. Number two, you are experiencing new emotions. Things that didn't bother you before, they don't set well with you now, and vice versa. Number three, you have a heightened sense of hearing. Not necessarily meaning I can hear you talking to me or you can hear me talking to you, but I'm talking about those internal senses where you're hearing God speak to you. And sometimes, and I don't know about you all, but I've had times where God has spoken to me, and sometimes you have to look around and go, did anybody else hear that? Because I just heard it. But God is speaking to you. He's speaking to me. But you have to be able to open yourself up to hear what he's saying. Number four, things don't sit right with you anymore. Things that you used to be okay with, you're not okay with. Things that you I lost my train of thought, but I love that when I said it may be time for you to take out the trash of your past. See, some of you, we all have a past. Let me say this. We all have a past, but you've got to let that past go so that you can move into your future. And I've said this before, some of you, your hands are so full with the trash of your past, with the things of your past, the emotions of your past, that you can't get into the new thing because your hands are full. Oh, but when you let it all go and you open your hands to receive that which God has for you, come on somebody, then and only then can you move into your next season. And then number five, you no longer care for the status quo. I don't know about you, but I don't care for status quo. Never have, probably never will. I'm ready to do something different. So I'm all right with saying, all right, Lord, you know what? And I always tell people, be careful what you ask God for now. Be careful what you ask him for, because he's going to give it to you. So you be careful what you ask him for. And I said, Lord, I'm ready to go to the next level. Show me what it is that I need to do to get to that next level. Do I need to cut off some folks? Do I need to bring in some folks? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? Do I need to do the other? Whatever it is, Lord, show me, because I'm ready to move from status quo into that thing that you would have for me. So I hope something I said resonates with you. I hope it causes you to think and to really begin to open up and pay more attention, because God is speaking. God speaks to us every day, all day, every day. But if you're not paying attention, you miss so much. I know I have, but now I try to make sure I keep my mind and my heart open to what God has for me so that I don't miss it, because I don't want to miss my blessings. Now, granted, sometimes those blessings will come back full circle. You can catch it on the back end, but I want it the first time it comes around. So I'm encouraging you all to open yourself up. Sit down, spend some time with God in your quiet room, wherever that may be, and just get quiet and just say, all right, Lord, what is it that you want me to know? And then just get quiet. And you can sit that way for 10 minutes, 15, 20, 30 minutes, an hour, doesn't matter, whatever you choose, and just sit. And I promise God will reveal to you what it is that he wants you to know. Now, sometimes it may not necessarily come during that quiet moment. It might be the next time you turn on the television or the radio, or having a conversation with somebody, and something that's said will make you go, that's it. That's the thing that God wanted me to know. So hopefully that helps you all. Go out there, enjoy the rest of your Monday. If you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Come on back on Wednesday, because I do motivational videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Be sure to check out in the description box, because I have my podcast links where I also do motivational topics as well. If this is not your first rodeo, welcome back. Y'all know I miss you and I don't get a chance to see you. Y'all go out there, enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe, be careful wherever you go. Even in your own home. I heard on the news today where a teenager, I believe it was shot in the leg. Somebody was just randomly shooting in cars and into people's homes, and she ended up getting shot in the leg. Another young person got shot in the car. 2 different incidents, 2 different places. Y'all just be careful. Pay attention. Open your eyes and pay attention, because I love you all. Y'all know the drill, you know the spiel. I love you to the moon and back, and there's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing that you can do about it, because that will never change. I love you. Go out there, be the phenomenal people that I know you are. God has some great things waiting on you. The best truly is yet to come. We'll talk again on Wednesday.